Hey everybody, welcome to vlog number 12. I just totally spaced out. I was doing online shopping and I looked at the time. I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to do my vlog. It's already 9 o'clock. But anyways, it's gonna be a super quick, super short vlog. And today, what I really want to ground at the topic is looking or just having the goddess head. What does it mean to embody the goddess head? And this was influenced by an event that I attended today. And it was a beautiful event because I got to spend it connecting with other women. We were doing wellness, we had yin yoga, we had a sound bath, as well as hypnotherapy. So I've actually never done hypnotherapy live. I've usually just done it online. And so it was really cool to experience something in person and also connect with other women who also happen to be Asian. Usually in this, or usually in when I find other Asians, um, we're all pretty much in that story of being high achievers. And, there were a lot of them there that actually took the non-traditional path of diving into wellness. And it was such a huge testament to how the younger generations are really, really looking at or just really having awareness around the different areas of where they're stuck, what's keeping them unhappy, and how to forge a new path that might be different from what our parents actually want us to do or have. And so it was just really nice to connect with people and have that common experience. So I got to meet a ton of people. All the girls were super sweet. And I just thought it was just really, really nourishing. And it was a different part of town in San Francisco that I don't normally go to. And it just made me realize how much I don't take advantage of my own city. It's like you get stuck in your own neighborhood. You do the same thing day in, day out. And my partner and I, we just always go to Marin because we are so close. And when I was there and, like near like this new neighborhood, um, it was near the Ferry Building. And I've been there before, like multiple times before, like many, many times. But there is just something about getting out of your routine. And I think, sometimes we think we need to go to a far off place to experience newness or, notoriety. And I think for me, it was just this awareness of how do I come back to that lesson of growing where I'm planted? For as long as I remember, I've always wanted to be someplace other than where I was. And it wasn't until I truly learned to be present, be grateful for everything that I had, that I was able to have a more enriching experience, have a more enriching presence. And when I realized that, I told my partner, I texted him, I was like, yo, we need to take advantage of where we live because I truly don't think we do. There's so many different neighborhoods we could explore that we don't get to do just because we get stuck in the day to day or just the mundane things of, life. And so that's going to be my new commitment and just being present. And, after we come back from Denmark, we're not going to be traveling as much. We're going to be doing more staycations. And so it's going to be a nice opportunity to just really go to the restaurants that we said that we've been wanting to eat at, but we haven't. And just have that as more of like a partnership goal. But, when I think about the goddess head, and it's really about eyes of the goddess. So seeing the goddess everywhere, seeing the divine in everything, ears of the goddess. So when you're listening to someone, are you looking at them with empathy, with grace, with compassion, with love, with kindness? And are you even, speaking and emanating with love and kindness and grace? And so it's really about embodiment or divinity embodied, right? And it just reminds me of this particular experience I had when I was at my tantric yoga training, where we were making the kund for our yagna, our fire ceremony, and it's made from cow poo. And one of the sisters there, she said, "Oh my God, this smells so bad." And my teacher said, try to find the divine in everything. There is divine in everything. And so if you ever find yourself judging something, wanting something different, not in acceptance, being critical, find that silver lining. How can you embody the goddess head, eyes and ears and mouth and heart of the goddess, like truly emanating and connecting deeper into your heart, softening into your heart, emanating love, being love to other people, sharing love. And so anytime that I find myself critical or it's like when you point the finger, it's like when you point the finger at someone else, or yeah, it's like three fingers at someone else, two fingers back at you. And so anytime I'm have an opinion or judgment about someone in particular, I know that those things that I'm judging them for, I actually subconsciously think that about myself. And so when I found myself, or when I do find myself really, really judgmental, I know that that's an opportunity for me to go deeper into love and to create that habit of, why is my ego showing up? Why is my ego judging this person? Why is my ego causing separation? Why am I starting to think that I'm different? Why am I starting to think that I'm better than? And so when I choose to leave the house, when I choose to recenter myself, when I choose to connect to my own goddess head, it makes a difference everywhere I show up. And, recently I started talking about how I want to dive more into my tantric sadhana of using my own, mantra with japa meditation, which is basically saying a mantra repetitively over and over again. And, I'm making a commitment to really connect with doing my tantric sadhana. It's like 30 minutes of chanting morning and night, and bringing that energy there and taking the goddess with me everywhere I go, because sometimes I find that I can get so in my head that I just need to cut off the thoughts. I need to cut off the thoughts because my head is about separation. My head is judgmental, and so I always have to remind myself. And obviously, it's not going to be habitual it will be habitual over time. But if it's something that you're trying to change, just know that you're not bad if you have bad thoughts. It's like we can't control the first thought, we can just only control the second thought. And so, if you find yourself in a situation where you're just always judging, just, quickly rub your hands together, put it over your eyes to remind you to just go deeper into your heart, right? Touch your heart when you wake up in the morning, breathe into your heart, and just really imagine yourself being the goddess of how would the goddess see this? Where is the divine in this? Because when we really look at tantric principles, it's, you know, everything is divine. Everything is the same. There is no, it's like learning the duality and the experiences, the polarizing experiences, we realize the unity, the baseline in everything. And so that's why I love, the philosophy of Tantra and really trying to embody it my day to day of, you know, this is life. Everything is life. And that even though we have hardships, can I see that the hardships are just as good as the amazing times that I have? And so when I was catching myself getting judgmental, I just knew like, okay, that's actually directed towards myself. So how can I bring more love to me? And when I learn to bring more love to myself, that's when I can extend it out to others. Because if I don't have compassion for myself, I can't have compassion for my others. So it really needs to become something that is emanated from inside. And so, really, really connecting to your heart, I think, is such an important practice, especially when we connect with other people, because it's so easy to hide behind a screen and kind of live your life in a vacuum. But connection with other people just makes the world go round. It makes you feel not alone. It makes you realize shared experiences. It creates memories because you don't know how your presence is going to affect another person. And if you think about it, in this world that's cosmically divine in order, you being somewhere at a specific time and place and date has meaning to it. There is a cosmic order to it. And so if you truly live your life thinking, wow, there is purpose to me being here, there is purpose to me contributing, and I've heard someone used to always say this to me before, is if you find something boring, it's because you're boring, right? How can you contribute to the excitement, to the joy? Because you are affecting other people with your presence and the energy that you bring. And so it's always important to have energetic hygiene, meaning, the energy you come into any situations with, or the energy that you bring to the experience with, or, just the energy that you don't want to take from other people or just leech. And so this was a great day for reminding me of truly, how do I make source, spirit, the goddess, Mother Earth, um, the epicenter of my life? Because I find when I get too much in, caught up in capitalism, or, trying to just fix things with my ego, or not believing in like cosmic order, I I become finite and I forget that I am just a soul incarnated into my body. And so this was a great reminder of keeping source at the center of my life. How do I approach things with a goddess head, and growing where I'm planted? So I hope this reflection helped you in some shape, where form. But leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.